What does articulate mean?
To pronounce it clearly. Basically, if I say one thing important for the voice is to articulate, especially the consonants, like could. Now, who has seen my show last night? Yeah, so because I'm not Dutch, I'm not English speaking, I'm Dutch, so I have been very focused on that people can understand me, so I overemphasize the D's and the T's. Would you be so kind to? So, and because of that, it's easier for you. You don't have to strain your ears. It's like now, I can say strain your ears. Strain your ears. Take your time. Could you close the door? All these things, as an actor, you have to deal with. You know, there's another group performing, or like you performing in a theater in a Hare Krishna Kirtan party, like that, and you have to not be disturbed by it. It's another thing, like that. So there's so many things you have to think of, but mainly it's with the voice. It's voice projection, Hare Krishna, articulation, and speak clear. And then, according, please move to the middle, it's nice. There's some seats here in the front. I like people to come. Can one of our groups sit here next to the mics? Would you like to sit here next to the mics? Nice. It makes it interesting. There is, what else is important as for an actor?
Expressions on the face.
Expression on the face, but the expressions on the face shouldn't be artificial. Everything you do, also in daily life, if you just watch people, you're talking, you see them talking. They move constantly. And it's not that it's sit there. Now I have to be on stage, I have to listen, so I'm all the time, I'm listening. That's the body language. That's also important. And you say the facial movements. You don't say, "Oh, I'm happy now." That's artificial. It's a clown. I'm happy. It comes from here. I'm so happy. And automatically it lifts up. I'm sad. And if you look, people are sad. The shoulders drop. The whole body drop. You see that it presses all down. If someone is happy, I just throw my shoulder. I'm happy. I'm stressed. Commit suicide. Can't take it anymore. Everything goes down. You can see this body language. You look at someone and you know where they at. Someone is proud. Someone is shy. Of course, it could be artificial. But then you go down to the ground. If you're proud, what me? Yes. If you play a royal king, or say to yoga, come, care, like this. If you're shy, kill him. But like this, should I kill him? Everything goes inside. I don't know. And you go backwards. If you're bold, then you move forward in someone's space. Right? So people come close to you and then you back. But if someone is shy, if you go towards them, they go backwards. Like that, because they're shy, they feel threatened. So body language, voice projection, and then, very important in acting is that you taste the words, what you're saying. So you just don't say lines, but you taste them. So like if I say, how are you? And you go, I am fine. Then it's like a computer. How are you? I am fine. Okay. And here's an ice cream. Thank you. That is a computer. Right? So if you react normally say, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. But there's also something called, can you come closer? If you want to come in closer. I'm Can you ask me how I am?
How are you?
Ask me a few times. Each of you ask me how I am, and I try to do it in a different way. I have not too quick. Okay, you can start.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine with you. Okay, so you ask. 1 second. So I'll see you.
How are you?
Fine. and that is, sometimes you have to portray something, but the audience can see it's not. And it's called the inner monologue. I'm just about maybe to kill myself. Someone asks, how are you? Oh, fine. But the audience can see I'm not fine. One time in 1977, I joined the Vaikuntha plays in New York. And we went with the whole group to a play which won the Pulitzer Prize. And it was about people in a cancer ward, you call it, where people were dying of cancer. And then the doctor went through all of the rooms, visited all the rooms, and he was saying, how are you? And then so he asked one of a daughter of a lady who was dying of cancer. And then he was asking her, how are you? And she said, oh, fine. And then he was continuing to ask, really? And then at the end she started to cry that actually it was horrible and she was completely distressed and didn't know what to do. And that makes it interesting to just to show happiness, and you are happy is easy, but to show happiness to the people you act with, but inside the audience can see it. You're crying, you don't know what to do. You have to pay your bills, or you have to do this, and you don't know how to make ends meet, and you have to portray that everything is all right. Your family members, no, nothing to worry about. No, nothing to like that, and that makes it so interesting in plays. It's called the inner monologue. But there was a Russian. I don't know how you describe him, but his name was Stanislavski. Stanislavski sounds Polish, Russian, and his way of teaching was that you had to know the 3 things, and if you knew these 3 things, you could play anything. And the first thing is, who am I? So who am I? I am Krishna, or I am Yoda, I'm Hanuman, I am Sudama Brahma, I am a demon, I am a devotee, I'm a saint, I'm a sinner, whatever. I'm a servant, I'm a king, I'm proud, I'm shy, I'm whatever. So who am I? What am I saying? And why am I saying this? So I can say something like, I'm fine, or what am I saying, and why am I saying it? Or how are you? If I say, how are you? But I'm not really interested. How are you? How are you? Are you really fine? I really mean it, yeah? But that can be also artificial. How are you? Nice to see you. And this stewardess, good morning. It's just I hate that. Rather than say, good morning, hello. It's nice, but it's artificial because but if it comes from here, then it will go. Even if I would do 10 people, hello, hi, how are you? Hello, what's your name? It's all meant this. But you feel the difference? Mm-hmm. Like that. So, and that is with acting also, because in general, in daily life, most of us, we sense that if someone is genuine, right? The feeling that you can trust that person. And sometimes you're being cheated by a cheater who who acts like you are his friend, that he's out for your money or for whatever. He wants something for you, so he's overly friendly. Actually, Prabhupada said, don't trust the ones who are too friendly, because they might want something from you. So you can learn acting by just watching people in daily life, how they talk, how the body language, if they go backwards, closer, and how they move. You know, sometimes it's really difficult. They go really like this, and they're really like a carefree person, you know, and sometimes simple, because in generally, they move sideways, you know, and I quite like seeing them, because it's nice. At least they're happy, because most people in the Western world, they're depressed. You know, you don't see any smile. It's all like this. While you go to the East or India, for instance, you know, everyone has a smile. You know, they even if they're poor. You know, one of your parties in the middle of the highway, and they still, they enjoy it. The children are playing, and they have a smile, and they have a sparkle in their eyes. While in the Western world, with all the opulence, you see the depression, and they look in the windows for happiness. One time Srila Prabhupada was driving through Oxford Street, which is like Fifth Avenue in America, New York. And he went to an engagement, some devotees were in the car. And then he looked at Prabhupada, and he had a tear in his eye. And they said, Prabhupada, have we done something wrong? And he said, no. So, but why are you like this? He said, well, I was looking at these people, thinking that you can find happiness in these stores, the windows, you know, the new clothes, the new thing. So that's a pure devotee, so much compassion. Instead of we would just see people watching, but he feels, just look at them, so sad. They think they could be happy if they buy this outfit or this CD or this, like that. So that makes a pure devotee, compassionate, that feels, oh, poor living entities. They think they're happy, but they're not. One other thing is important for a presenter, not specifically for an actor, but also for an actor, is how you enter the stage and how you leave the stage. This workshop is very short, only 1 hour and a half. Normally I have a week, and then we can do all kinds of things with scripts. So now I just give all my knowledge, what I know, and then maybe afterwards we can do some practice. We can practice some things on the stage. If you go on the stage, then you see, like now, I turn like this. It's not nice to leave the stage like this. Actually, in India, if you go to the temple, they come and they leave like this, right? They don't go, when there's kirtans, you go, hey, just go like this, to the back, to the gate is. I never do that. Because in Prabhupada's time, we were standing like this. Prabhupada was here, the deeds were there, we were always standing sideways, and then like this, doing it like this. And then if we're dancing, we were never stood during Guru Puja with the back to the deities or like that. That's like you don't pay a basis. So if you, the stairs are here, so I come up. And so when I come up, you have to come up with, if you're a presenter, you have to come. You cannot start when you're on the stage. You cannot come up like this. Hello. But you have to, if it's a positive thing, then you would come. Hello. Thank you for coming. You know, so you come with this energy. You can't artificially create energy at one point. You have to come up with it. So the way to leave the stage is not by turning. Look at my feet. So I'll come. Not like this. So I'm finished. Okay, and now the next singer will be Matidi, blah, 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 blah. Give her a warm welcome. And you turn around like this. It's very early for the feet. And you might tumble also. So the way to do it is that you move one leg backwards. Like this. If you go to this direction. Like this. And then you go lean. So you come up. Blah, 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 blah. Da-di-di-di. Ha-di-di, blah, 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 blah. But you leave very elegantly. like now, because we have nothing prepared, normally I have little scripts for people to learn lines and then we can practice with it. As we're doing only 1 hour and a half, I don't have time. But imagine, can you just be on the stage? Just, you don't have to do anything. It's just, I need a person. Give him a warm. What's your good name?
Kryptomaya.
What?
Wait, Kryptomaya.
Kryptomaya.
What's your bad name? Long term.
Long term. If Kryptomaya, if we would be a scene, right? We would do a play. And we were like Krishna or doing whatever. If you would be standing like this, it's very unattractive. If they just say, well, how are you? Just we may just go to the station, doesn't matter. How are you?
Fine.
Oh, really? What have you been doing last week?
Hanging out the temple.
Yeah. So we're standing like this. And first of all, our voice goes that way. So we lose the voice. Then it's boring to see the sides. It's more. So what you see sometimes on this television series, like he's in the room, like we're speaking, and I'm speaking now, and but the person who speaks should be in the back. So if you go a little to the back, so I'm a little back and says, "Hey, Kryptomaya, how are you?" And while he says, answer me after that, once I'm not yet, "Hey, Kryptomaya, how are you?" So while he's moving, while he's speaking, I move forwards. So otherwise now he has to speak to me here, but I want him to speak there to the audience. So I go, "Kryptomaya, how are you?" I'm here. "Kryptomaya, how are you?" No. You don't follow me. You look at me. "Kryptomaya, how are you?"
I'm fine.
Hey. So you see now I give him, I let him start. Something which is called this upstaging, if you do that with a professional actor, it will be very angry. So I go, "You are the star," and I upstage you. Then I go like this. Can you move forward a little more? Yeah, I go. So you're facing the audience now, and I go, "Kryptomaya, how are you?"
Great.
So now everyone looks at me, no one sees him. So I'm upstaging him, and he will be very angry. He might even get me fired. But because I think I get the audience to look at me, but it's called upstaging. So I should move. And while I move forward, you have to move while talking, sometimes a little backward. So if now I'm you, I'm Kryptomaya. So you come in, and my name is Parividha. You can also call me Kryptomaya because I'm acting now. Yes.
Kryptomaya, how are you?
But now you're upstaging me. Okay, do it once more. And look at me, how I move backwards or look at both of us, what is happening. Be analytical. Okay.
Kryptomaya, how you doing?
So I'm fine. So now you go really forward, because then you will have difficulty coming. The next time you have to speak, then you're all the way there to go back. So you have to be a little almost like this. So I move backward. I'm fine, very well. How are you? But not so much just. You should move, never move. You move with your voice. So I go, "I'm fine." So not, "I'm fine." How are you? Do you know, just like, "I'm angry." No, it goes, it's a movement. You go, no, you go, "Oh!" It comes from here. That's why you can see if someone is fake or not, because it's all connected. I just read some article about. You can sit down now. Thank you. About body language. I don't try to drink like that. Put it all over. You have to be practical sometimes. This way, no one else will touch the bottom. What was it talking about?
Body language.
I
An
can't
article on body language.
Yeah, I know.
Just sometimes you
An article, oh yes. And generally they said, when people meet each other and they know the person, then their eyebrows go up. If I go like, I see. You see? Look at my eyebrows. As soon as I see Kryptomaya, because I just learned it. You see? Hey. it's natural that the eyebrows are very important for in social contact. And what's he talking about? Anger, you know, anger. Or amazement. You know, if you see a cartoon, it's very easy. You know, everything like this, and there's if you see a cartoon, then the body language is very overemphasized. You know, it's either don't that or whatever. Like that. So if you learn those things also in daily life, you can see if you have a real person in front of you, or is he interested in when you're speaking? Is he actually, you know, if you go, or are you speaking to him and you go, then you say, okay, you know, I just cut it short. You know, obviously this person is not very interested. So all these things are important. So I want to do something with a little scene from a play, and it's called The Genie and the Lamp. Who knows this play? Yeah, The Genie and the Lamp. So the story is an old story, Western story, of there's a bottle or a lamp, and the king drops it, or the person drops it, and out of it pops a genie. And in our story, in the Krishna Lila version, in the Krishna conscious version, the genie pops out, and he wants to be engaged. The genie symbolizes the mind. The mind has to be engaged. So in the play I don't, because I'm recording CDs, and one of them is the genie, the lamp. So he looks very fearsome. He has also a very long one, but he has a moustache and eyebrows, like very scary, and dressed in black. And the king is we have the king and we have the minister. The minister is Buddhi, it symbolizes the intelligence, and the king is then the living entity. So the genie pops out of the lamp, and then he's looking around. Who released him? And then he sees the king and asks him. So he comes out. Listen to these words, because if you can learn them, you can play that part. The genie comes out of the lamp and he says, "Who let me out of the lamp?" And then he looks at the audience and he says, "Was it you?" And he looks at someone else and he says, "Was it you?" And they point to the back. And in the back there's the king. And he says, "Yes, was it you?" And he says, "Yes, it was I. Yeah, it was I." And then the genie says, "Ah, master, how can I serve you?" Yeah. And then the king doesn't know what to do. Then the genie says, "Master, please engage me." And then the king is a little dumb. So he starts to think, and he says, "You better be quick, because you know what happens when you don't engage me." And the king is like a simpleton, you know. No, what? He said, "If you don't engage me, I have to kill you." And the king is like that. So I take this scene and I let people play it in different moods. So the normal way to do it is that the genie is very fearsome, and that the king is like afraid, like that. But who would like to play in this little thing? Would you like to play? There are so many. You lift up your hand. Lift. 4, 5, 6. Okay. So let's have it to. But do you know the lines? So the lines go. Listen carefully. Who let me out of the lamp? Make it lamp. Who let me out of the lamp? And then you go to the audience. You look at one person. Was it you? I just say it staccato so that you don't imitate me. Who let me out of the lamp? Was it you? Or was it you? They point, the people, audience, you have react, you point to the king. The king, was it you? Yes, it was me. Ah, the king says, "Master, how can I serve you?" And the king doesn't know. He says, "Do you know what happens if you don't engage me?" The king says, "No, if you don't engage me, I have to kill you." And like that. And then we stop there. So, two little girls, do you know it now? Okay. So who wants to be the genie? Who wants to be the king? You want to be the genie? No, the two girls go first. Okay? So come. The other man. What's your name? Hey, you have to speak up, if you go on the stage, what's your name? What's your name? Louder. Brenda. Can you speak louder? So say, I stand here. What's your name? Can you hear? Yeah, I know now because you've heard it. But can you speak up? Because they can't hear. They're old people and deaf. So you have to speak up a little. What's your name?
Brenda.
Okay. What's your name?
Raga.
Raga? Raga. So Raga, you're the genie. So you're here, and you imagine you're in a bottle, and smoke comes out. The audience sees the smoke, and then you come out of it, and then you're very scary, and you look around, and you look at the audience, and you ask, you like about, you want to kill them. They're very scary. Ooh, like they should be afraid of you. You say, who let me out of that lamp? And they said, was it you or you? And then he pointed to the king, and then it was it you, and you see, not. And then you say, what can I do for you? And then he doesn't know, so you have not many lines. And then you say, please engage me or give me something to do. You can say it in your own words. If not, I have to kill you. Okay? I want to see this. So you're like this, and you were just a king, and suddenly, so you're standing here, and I don't make the noise. You hear noise. You hear the noise. What is this? What's happening there? You look around, and there's smoke coming out, and you see that. So you're standing here first, and then if she comes up, you're afraid, so you go backwards. And then you don't look at the king. You don't see the king. So when you come up, you what is it? And then you look, yeah? So you're here, so you just rub the lamp, or you threw the lamp away, and then you're standing like this, and then when I make the sound, then you get up and you react. Actually, can I sit there? I just have to be in the middle. I will make the sound. Just move back. Don't look at me now. Make your back to the audience. Okay,
Was it you? Was it you? Oh,
what can I do for you, Master?
What can I do for you, Master? You know what I have to do if you can't engage me? What? I have to kill you. No.
Okay. The next two, who wants to participate? Same script. Who would you like to be?
Me too.
You be the genie. Okay. Who else? Who wants to be the king? There's not many lines. Come, be the king. A small king, okay? Give them applause. What's your name?
Justin.
Justin.
Yeah.
You're down there. What's your name? Hari. Hari is there. You know you should stand. A little here, a little more here. And one thing, you started to speak while I was making this sound, so the audience will hear your first word. So wait till I finish the sound till you say your first word. Yeah, just okay. So there it starts. Who else wants to make the sound? Who else? I have to keep my voice. Who wants to make a scary voice? Yeah, a scary sound.
Let me yell in. It's you. Master. How are you engaging me? Well, you must engage me before I must kill you.
Okay. What you notice in this part that he was saying his lines, with it back to the audience, so you lost the lines. So when he starts speaking, everyone attention, when the genie starts speaking, the king, I forgot to tell that, my mistake, but the king should have moved forwards so that the genie's face would be forwards. So he goes, Master! Was it you? Yes. And then you're standing here, so then the genie would be more here or there. Yes? So who else wants to do it? You too? Okay. Come on. Who is the king? What's your name? Suki and Bhagavan. Who's going to be the genie? Suki the genie? Suki? So remember, when Suki approaches you, you move forward. Okay. Bhagavan. Okay, Bhagavan, you live here. And let me see. Take what I've noticed in the two scenes before. Take your time. Looking at the audience. Look at all of them. And then you pick one out and say the line to her maybe or to him. You look at all. So they all feel, because you're so scary, you look at all of them. You see? I look at all of them. Except him, because I can't see him. He's behind the camera. Go sit there. So you look, I want you to look at all of them, and you pick one out, maybe with the white dhoti, or the man in the back with his hands like this, and then you move backwards. Can you sit a little closer to the audience? In the middle, you two, not the team. And yes, it's easy for the actor. And then you pick out here. First you start looking, scary. They're scared. You say something to one there. You look, take your time. Look at them. Say something to Sakita. You know Sakita over there with the gray? Yeah. Okay. They say it to him. And then they point. Okay. Let's see that. Down. Who wants to make a noise? You make the noise. Okay.
Who let me out of the lamp? Was it you? It must have been you. Well, you? Master. Tell me, what can I do for you? Well, you know what they say.
What?
If you don't engage me, then I'll have to kill you!
This was actually the first thing you did better than I said, because I said, you look at him and look at them, and say the line first to him, but you went like this, and then back. That's actually better, it worked better. Very good. Another thing I should have told, you shouldn't be right in the back. It's all my mistake, so you were expert. So if you're here, and so you're the genie, then this is a stage direction, and I'll see if you can do it. You come out of the lamp, right? It's scary. You make it, and if you look first, and then you look, walk. Take your time. And in acting, don't just walk. I walk. But while you walk, you could say in your mind, I step. I say it in my mind, I step. I walk. I step. And see the expression in my mind when I do that. So I come out, and I look at someone. You look back. Who lets me out? Then you go like this. Right in the middle. Right? So you look at everyone. You go, who let me out of the lamp? And then you move forward. Which effect is was it you? Yeah. This. And then again. Then right after that you go, fire! Loud. So it builds up. Yeah. And then they point. Then you're there. And then you say, and then you change from the scary person, kiss me, hello, There's a drama class going on here. So I say, you change. So from this scary person you become, Master, you know, how can I serve you? Just like a humble butler. Master, yeah, how can I? You know, completely different. You can make it up how you want to be. Master, how can I serve you? So all the scariness goes away. And then you as a character, first you were scared, and then she's certainly friendly. So you will, oh, she wants to serve me. So you kind of relieve. I thought she was going to kill me. You know, like that. But feel it from here, not just the face. And then you say, you know what happens when you're not when you get something to do. And you think and you say no, yeah? And then you move forward. Well, you know, if you don't engage, and then you make a big step. I have to kill you, and you back up, and then the play goes on. Kill her! You know, so, like that. So there is movement. Instead of just saying, you know what I have to do when you don't engage me, I have to kill you, or you know, you know what I have to do, engage me. Yeah? So try to, this is stage direction, and it's difficult if someone, if the teacher stays in front, and then you think, oh, I will never do it as good as him. But it's just, one second, just to give them the feeling, but if you can improvise, or you think, I can do even better, just go ahead. Because you have the thing to say you can do it. Yeah? But what, do you want to say something?
I just had a quick question. Why is it again that the genie is angry at first?
Say it again?
Why is it that the genie is angry at first?
Because he's fearsome. That's the whole play. It's a scary big guy, maybe with one eye in the head. So, you know, you gotta no, it's the genie is the mind. So the mind, if he's either your best friend or your greatest enemy, are you engaged? So if the genie is engaged, he's meek. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, so the mind is like that. So the genie is also like that, peaceful. If the mind is not engaged, then he's agitated. So the genie, as soon as the king says, oh, I want you to paint all the leaves golden. Oh, thank you, wonderful. And he's happy. And then he comes back. And so, what can I do now, master? And he can't believe it. And he said, have you painted all the... Yes, come and see. Have you cleaned all the windows? Yes, yes. Even the windows of the brahmacharyas. Amazing. You know, like that you can add everything. Okay? Let's see.
We're actually going to switch it. I'm going to be the genie and she's going to be the...
Okay. Okay, that's... Man. You.
Was it you? Was it you?
Well, how can I serve you?
I don't know.
Please engage me in your service. You know what will happen if you don't engage me in your service? I will have to kill you!
There are two things in your body language. One thing was here. Instead of moving forwards, you went backwards. And you made yourself weaker. Who let me out of the lamp? Was it you? Then I'm scared. You said, who let me out of the lamp? Threat, I'm the threat. Was it you? You know, you go forwards. And your voice becomes louder. Hello! You know? You see? But if you go, who let me out of the lamp? Was it you? Or you contradict your emotion. Yeah? And then you were here, and you look at my leg, you were like this. This is not very powerful. You know what happens to me if I kill you. No. You know, this you were contradicting also that what you were saying with body language. This is not a very powerful pose. Huh? You have to be grounded. And shy people, they go inwards like that, you know. And they take this way, just like I was seeing. You can sit down. Thank you. I was seeing Anyway, kind of doctor. And then he asked me some questions. One of them was, how do you sleep? Where are your arms? I said, well, I sleep like this. Or he says, very good, because if you sleep like this, you're carefree. Like if you sleep like this, you have to protect yourself. Or if you need something to cuddle, you need comfort. Like that. So if you sleep like this, then you relax, you're not afraid of anything, So it's amazing. So this body language, even while you're sleeping, I'm relaxed. I can just fall over asleep like this. And I completely, I have to protect myself, and someone might attack me while I sleep, Or I need comfort from my mother. I need a pillow towards me. Like that. It's so subtle and so clear, actually, these signs. What time is it? I don't have a watch. 3:45. And the class was 4:30. Oh, then we still 4:30. Okay. So now we do the same scene, but this time the king is the super macho, and the genie is very shy, scared, completely. Like imagine you wake up in an island, and the snakes surround you, and you're the only person left, and where am I? So a completely different character. You look maybe fearsome, but you're scary. And all the body symptoms of someone who is scared should be there, which I'm not going to tell, but afterwards if you don't do them, then you don't this, etc., etc. So who wants to play the macho king? Yeah. I want to have more grown up to them, because who else? You have to be ready? You want to be the macho king? A macho king? Yeah, you? Okay. And who wants to be the shy genie? Okay, yes. How do you want? Let me see how they come on stage. Do they come on stage nice? I don't know. Not very powerful. Okay, why don't you come on stage now as a shy genie? You come up as a macho king. Yeah, you can come up on that side. All right. And first, genie, la la la. Is that shy for you? What do you think? Who thinks this was shy? One person. Oh, it's fake. It's fake. Shy is, and okay, see the macho king. What goes wrong there? He goes backwards. Macho doesn't go backwards. You take the straight or you come up. Macho goes. Fake mustache. Makes so big, like the gorillas. They fight. They go. You see these guys, especially these muscles. They have this bigger than they are. It's just all bluff. It's just bluff, like that because. And it's bullet. So the shy person, well, you're afraid, you don't really want to go, because I have to go on stage. Your legs come on. I have to win an award, I have to get it. I'm so embarrassing. I don't want to go. My mind goes, I don't want to go. You have to go. Okay. I want to go. What's your name? What's your name? My name. Okay? Try it again. So you go to the front and you want to just go into the ground. Okay, and here is the genie. Mr. Universe! I want to see more this, more, and not too close, wide. Once more. I want more. Try it once more. On stage. So make yourself big, arms out, legs out, you stand. Mr. Universe 2007! This is believable, huh? But do you see the change? Did you see the change with her?
Yeah.
Okay. So that a director can teach. So it's not only the fault of the actors, because they can't see from external how you perceive. But as an actor, you learn everything at school, so you have to apply it. Okay, so now you're on the stage, you make the sound, you come out, and I want to see the expression on your face. You come out like this. This is stage directions. So I want you to see the expression of your face when, as soon as you see the audience, you're scared of them. You scare the hell out of them. And you move backwards and backwards. And your voice, though it should be clear enough for us to hear, it should be, shy and us. And when you say, was it you? I'm really like, maybe they're going to kill me, or maybe they blah blah blah. And then he comes, and oh my God, you're scared of him. But then you have to say your lines. You have to kill him, Bobby. It's too much. So it will be completely different. Yeah, it will be different. So anyway, let's do it. Who wants to make the sound? Because I'm losing my voice. Make 2 or 3 people make the sound. Just lots of people. All of you. Now you have to come up a little earlier. Make more sound.
Who let me out of the lamp? Was it you? Was it you? Was it you?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. How can I serve you?
I don't know.
You're sure.
I don't know.
Well, do you know what happens if you don't engage me?
No. I don't.
I have to kill you.
How about that?
There are some parts which were very nice. It was a pity when you. I liked it when you were on the floor because you contradict, you become more powerful when you get up. Right? You lose like, it's okay now, I'm relaxed. You stay, and actually, you should have moved in. Was it you?
Yes. She goes backwards and she becomes smaller and smaller in the ground.
And if you can start, so you hear, when you get out of the lab, I want you to see, we do it once more, now in stage direction. Look at me, now look at me. So you come out, and you're bored, you don't see anything. So certainly, you're bored, like you look at your eyes. So if your eyes close, and you open your eyes, and then you see these people, and I don't do it, but then you see these people, and so you're right in the front, and then first you're scared, so you go a little backwards, and then you look at all of them. I want you to look at all of them. Don't take too long time, but at least that there's this suspense, and they say, "Was it you?" And then you go backwards, one more step. Who let me out? Who let me out of the lab? And then instead of going, "Was it you?" You go opposite. You go, "Was it you?" And you become smaller, a little smaller. Then you look forward. Then you go to something. Was it you? And don't look at the king. Also, you look at the king like that. You don't see the king. So you should be right in front. You start right here, so there's big space. Then you notice the king. Then they go like this, and then he's there. You make yourself really big. You're not afraid of it. And then you say, "Was it you?" You see this for him a big guy. So, "Was it you?" And then you think he can kill you anytime, you know, like your little child. And then you go in her space every time you speak. You move towards her, and you, without falling off the stage, you move backwards and like that. Let's see. Okay, let's all make the sound. But I want, when the sound is finished, I want you to open your eyes and look at all of us. Sound.
Who let me out of the lamp? Was it you? Was it you? Was it you?
Yes.
How can I serve you, Master?
I don't know.
You know, if you don't engage me, I have to kill you.
Really?
Two times you do your voice and your movements were not the same at the same time, you know? Really? I don't know. You know, you went, either you went, I don't know, or you went like, I don't know. So try for the next person. So I want to switch you two characters around and give me two other qualities. Any qualities for who? How should the king be? How should the genie be? A mood.
Happy.
Happy. Who should be happy?
Genie, generous.
The genie is happy and all happy, or manic depressed, or happy that they're so, okay, extremely happy. Ooh, it's scary. Someone is going to kill you and with a happy face. You know, like happy, and how should the king be?
Happy and generous.
No, but let's do this now. We do he's happy now. So the king should be
Scared. Surprised.
greedy, happy and greedy, happy and sad.
Surprised.
Huh? Anything else?
Psychotic.
Huh?
Psychotic.
Difficult.
That would be too hard.
Tired.
Huh? Tired. Tired. What is the sign of tired? No, you're tired and also, and you're yawning, you're like this. And one time I played it, and this played the scene, and as much as she did it like, you know what I'm going to do when I kill you. And she was like, I don't care, I'm going to kill you. That's very cool. So sometimes when you do these scenes, then the actor comes with something which the director hasn't even thought of, you know, like that. And that's nice if you get someone on stage who brings something to the part, rather than the director has to choose everything. No, do it like this. Yeah? Because I saw things with both of you who were very nice, you know, especially with the face like that. And so try to remember the moving directions. But so you are, what were you? Happy. And what kind of happy? Happy, very happy, or happy just with a smile on his face? What kind of happiness?
Happiness coming out of the lights.
Happiness comes out of the lips.
Very exciting. Exciting.
Are you sometimes happy? Okay, so try to think of that happy thing whenever you go to something. And what was the name again? Tired. Huh? Bored. Okay. She wants to do bored. Is that okay? Okay, how about tired and bored?
Okay, that's perfect.
A bored, tired, bored person. You see them often in the temple, don't you? The tired ones. And the bored ones maybe if you give a boring class. Yeah. Okay, look, can you make all the sound a little longer? You don't have to be so loud, but a little longer. So that yeah? Hey! You let me out of the way. Was it you?
So, Esther, you don't know? So how can I serve you?
You want a line?
No.
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry.
Whatever.
Okay, well, you know what happens if you can't engage me in some kind of service, right?
Yeah. No, not really.
Well, I'd have to kill you.
Okay. The way it came up, I thought it was superb, you know. The first part was good, but your voice was a little soft, it could be a little louder, and then I would have liked you to more move to the front, you know. Do it again, a little louder with the voice, and then regarding now, you're standing like this, let me see, was it, yeah, how can I say? So you should be a little forward because his face is to the back. So be midway, and then you get bored, and so that whoever is speaking, his voice should go forward. So either the other person who listens move forwards, the one who speaks, you go, like that. That's what to do. You know, you can change. You can go like this. Be free. You know more or less the directions. Improvise and surprise me. Because you have talent, so both of you can do it. Okay, some sound. You let me out of the way. Is it you?
Was it you? Who was it? So, how can I say?
Serve me. I don't know.
Okay. Well, if you can't tell me, then I'm going to have to kill you.
Thank you very much. The way he did this, that comes from him. I wouldn't be able to do that because I don't have that movement. I didn't see the imitate, but it was very good. You see, but only your voice was a little too soft. Do you agree? Yeah. But his body movements and his happiness was just sparkling out of it. But the voice, it's a pity that it wasn't a little louder so that we could hear it more clearly. Yeah, and you were very good. And the way you used the stage was very natural. What time is it now? 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. And half an hour. You want to have some more time? Yeah. Half an hour? Okay. Let me think. I'm thinking now. How do you think? Look at me, I'm thinking. Ask me, look at my face, and ask me what I did yesterday. Oh, and she's going to ask you.
What did you do yesterday?
And generally, if you think of the past, your eyes move to the top. Yeah? What was it yesterday? Ask me what I'm doing tonight.
What are you doing tonight?
So, in the past it goes, what was I doing yesterday? What I'm going to do tonight? Okay, the eyes close, you do it in daily life, but you don't know it. You see? And then, so that's why if you have to use things on stage, which you say in daily life, then suddenly it's very unnatural, artificial, because it becomes all stiff, because you're so conscious of yourself, and instead of relaxed and in tune with your body, it becomes a natural thing. It looks like a cardboard character instead of a person of flesh and bones, like that. Okay, let me think what else to do. We could do the genie and lamp half an hour. I had another scene, but I thought I had less I thought I had only 1 hour. So I have a little more. I could have prepared another scene. And it was a Dutch and his wife. But I forgot the lines. You could have got that one. So many of you came in very late. I started at 3 o'clock. So you missed all the things which were important for an actor. And could you be the child? So who can remember what I said, what's important regarding the voice? What's important for an actor or a presenter? Raise your hands. You can give me one of them.
Articulate.
Articulation.
Projection.
Voice projection. And what else is important regarding, especially for a presenter, is to body language, but to also eye contact with everyone. Yeah, don't speak just like, hello, Hare Krishna, welcome. Today we start with Vrinda Devi is going to do a little dance. Yeah, like this, but instead we say, hello, welcome everyone. Hare Krishna, comfortable. Today we start, everyone addressed like that. So remember that? So what did I say about the 3 things the teachings of Stanislavski?
Well, can you just tell what's the articulation and pronunciation?
No, voice projection. Sorry, the voice projection. That, like the last person was a little soft. That's the projection of the voice. Yes, I don't know. I don't know. The voice projection, articulation, that you, especially the consonants, so that cool, to be so kind, so that people can hear it. Okay. Also, by the way, I'm going to give you a tip about microphones. Whenever you're going to speak in a microphone, I've been taught as a professional singer. You hear people sing like this. The way to handle the mic is that you should have a hand in front of it, and then the sound engineer should adjust the volume. So in this way, the voice doesn't get distorted. Now maybe it's too loud, so then he has to put it down. But if the most beautiful voice becomes distorted, if you look at this, and if you speak in a baritone class like this, it's just too much for the ears, like that. So voice technique, microphone technique, a hand away from the mic. And then, of course, when you sing, but the Mahamantra, you don't have any problems with speaking. You have poppers, the b and the b. Who saw my performance yesterday? A few times I popped the mic because the soundman was very bad. It was the bad and the poppers. I should have gone. Then you move your P in front of you like, please. He said, please. You hear he said, please. You hear the difference? It was my mistake. I just wasn't conscious of the P's. And because then the mic was too loud. It shouldn't have happened because I was singing a hand away, but then the voice was too loud. Or I went too close, and it was my mistake. And so the purpose is P and the B. So if you have to address a crowd, and then if you look at your script, what you're about to say, then check the P's and B's and underline them so that you just go a little like, or like this. Please be slowly. Please be like that. So many things you have to think of. Yeah. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Yeah, it's difficult. But generally it doesn't happen if you're a hand away. And then if you sing like a salsa, then you can go to the mic. But if you sing normal, it should be like this. And it becomes very intimate if you go right in the mic. Very slow. Like that. What was I going to say? Stanislavski. The 3 things, will you remember the 3 things you have to think of while acting?
Who am I?
Huh?
Who am I? Why?
No, this one. The first one is if you're as an actor, you have to know who am I. The second one, someone else, yeah? What is small, good brains? Can remember, it doesn't have so much in it as has the story. Who am I? What am I saying? And the third one was?
Why?
You see, why am I saying it? Just like I'm saying, what am I saying? For instance, I love you. I love you. You mean it? I love you. I don't mean it really. I love you. That is obvious to the audience and even maybe the partner that they don't believe you because the body language or the timbre of the voice is completely different. Like that. But in a play, it's especially nice that the person who's on stage believes you while everyone else knows you're cheating. So I had this one scene. Yes, we can do that. What time is it now? 4:15. Okay. Turn it on. I want 2 chairs. Can you bring me 2 chairs? Just bring me one at a time. Just give me one. Yeah. So it's a little play. It's improvisation. And we're going to do it in different moods. And it's very interesting. I love it because sometimes certain things happen and it's so exciting if the actor improvises well. So imagine someone is in the room, sitting. You're sitting. I have another one sitting here. Requires 1 chair. I need anyone has a paper or a magazine or this little book. Anything, a magazine or this is Jan Brands, but I'm going to use that in case. This is the table. Okay. Yeah. Broadway. Okay. So you come home. So this is your entrance door. You come home. You hang up your coat, jacket, or whatever. If not, you sit down. And or the newspaper's on the floor. You pick up the newspaper and sit yourself down and feel comfortable. You can fill it in the way you want, no mind. And you pick up the newspaper, and in the newspaper, you read that there has been a series of murders in your neighborhood. Yes, and you can maybe read it loud. In West Virginia, the 5th victim was found of the Boston Spread or whatever, blah, blah, blah. You fill it in. And then, in every house, there was found, which color is this? Purple. A purple, what is it?
Flashlight.
Yeah, a purple flashlight was found in each. So you react to that. It's in your house. You can react to what you can react in any, whatever you want to do. Just surprise me, and then yes, I don't tell the rest because it will be a surprise for you, and I will tell the other person, someone else who will be, anyway. But this is for one person to play. Yes? So the flashlight, I put it every time in a different place. So you just have to improvise. And, okay, we need something else. Does it look scary as a knife, maybe? Imagine this is a knife. Okay. So, who wants to be the victim? Or maybe the possible victim? Do you want to be the victim? Okay. Okay.
No.
So, 1 second. Come with me. I just have to whisper something. This you don't see. This is closed. You don't notice there's someone here. It's a play. Yeah, right? Although you see his legs sticking out. You don't see it. But we know. Okay. So, you're standing here. can take your glass of drink with you, anything to make it feel that you're at home. You can actually look at her. She doesn't see you. You can turn around. You don't see him.
Oh my God. 4 people. Honey, are you in the kitchen, hon? There were 4 people killed in the neighborhood. Within the last 2 days, oh my God. The Smith's little boy, he was stabbed. And his mom found him. Oh my God. Honey. They said the guy's totally at loose still. And every home he leaves behind a purple flashlight? Honey, what does that mean, a purple flashlight? What is this world coming to? Long day at work. Oh my God. Is this some kind of joke? Honey, what is this? This is a joke. What is this? What's going on? Honey, what are you doing?
Please sit down. Very good. You can run your truck here, and you've got a newspaper, but it's okay. When you turn around, she went back instead of like this. But what could have been much better is the flashlight, because she went immediately towards it. But if you're scared, you back off. Oh, God. And then you look. You stay here. You look. Where is he? There? Is he there? Is he there? Is he behind in my cupboard? Where is he? Where is he? And what you can do different things. You can do different things. But I don't want to tell them what you could do, because maybe the next person would think of it. So I don't want to. But it was very good. Thank you again. So, who will be the next? Who wants to participate? Both of you or just one? Okay. Where's the flashlight from where?
Some entertainment.
You guys speak English? Okay, you want to be the murderer? Yes? Discussion point. Yeah, okay. So you know what to do, right? You come home, don't forget to pick up the newspaper, and don't listen, just stop. Okay, stop. Play start. It's mine.
That's funny. The light's not on. Where's my flashlight?
Little louder.
Where's my flashlight? Sure, I think that. Okay, here it is. Really funny.
Miguel on the screen. careful for the screen. Be careful for the screen. Okay, Jeannie, come on.
Okay. Now in here.
It started almost like a line. And it was quite funny, because we had to laugh. But which is also nice. But it became more like a comedy, which could be if the director wanted it to be. But one thing I didn't like was that it was dark and where's my flashlight? And then she should have said, it's not my flashlight. Or, and they were using it, so it didn't make sense, that bit. And then you saw it, that bit didn't make sense. And then afterwards, it was very funny, that bit. And I liked it, but okay. Let's do once more. I want another genie this time. Or another genie and another murderer. Let's have a male murderer. You want to be the murderer? Okay. So now, no mining. Just come home, relax, and then find this later. Okay. No, yeah. And then, please, don't go to the screen. Don't go into this. You know, be careful with that. There's a cupboard here. There may be a cupboard there where you can look, etc. Yeah? Okay, so the magazine is there. With once more. So it's here. And now this time you're not below. Okay, so it will be different. Okay. And yeah, okay. This is now 3:30. Okay, we finished this one. Okay. All right. Make some sound. It starts like a movie. It's happy music. Beautiful boy. Everything's going my way.
Oh, it's a tough day at work. Let's go and relax and read the comments. Oh no, there's been a murderer. Oh, in this neighborhood, that's terrible. Oh, what happened? They found a boy on the floor and left in his back. Oh no. Oh, they haven't caught him yet? No evidence except for a purple flashlight. Purple flashlight? What an odd thing to leave. I don't understand how people can do that. Really, it just doesn't make any sense. Oh my god, is that purple? Oh my god. This sounds okay. It's clear here. Straight. Maybe that's my friend. He was just here yesterday. We had a sleepover. No, it's okay. Okay. No. Everything's gonna be okay.
Okay, thank you. Wasn't it exciting? This bit here, because I saw my mind going and her inner monologue, thinking, it was just so spellbound. you know, this bit was so good because she filled it in your mind, your thinking. There. So she was active. It was not just the words, but before that it was more, you know, now I saw you thinking. You know, that very good thinking. I just want to see it one time more with these two guys. Okay? And I want you to be the victim and the girl to be the scary one. Okay, take your time and then make it feel, and let me see in your mind working where this burger could be hiding. You know, you're going to future space. Maybe try to look for your telephone, and your telephone, call the police, but the telephone is not working, right? So this is your, well anyway, just imagine the telephone, yeah? Okay. This is yours, and you just put it in the okay. Alright. Oh, 1 second, the newspaper.
Wow, this is crazy. Death is rape. Oh my God, in this neighborhood. 4 people killed, in this neighborhood, murder left at every scene. Purple flashlights. Not there to leave. Hasn't been caught yet. Still on the loose, manhunt out, APB. Wow. Crime new base. I'm just playing a joke. I mean, they must have read this already. The flashlight. Is this thing even real? Guess it is. Wow. Hey, honey, you home? Did you read the paper already? Purple flashlight. Anyway, I don't know. Honey, is that you? Oh my God. My goodness. Excuse me, a cup of sugar. Just a second.
I read the little house. So you can, with this scene, you can do everything. Oh, I'm from the Salvation Army. You know, like you can have all different characters. And sometimes they're not a murderer. And then another person comes up. So as an exercise, you can, if you have more time, you can improvise a little bit. I hope you have learned a little bit of acting. If in the future, you're going to put on a stage, play, or if you're going to be acting in one, try to remember my teachings and which I've learned from others, and so that hopefully our leelas and comedies will be better and better.